Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity given. We would like to share our research entitled Challenges in Developing Critical Thinking Skills Through Essays Writing, EFL Learners and Teachers' Perceptions by Jumariati and Eka Puteri Elyani from Universitas Lambung Mangkurat. Having critical thinking skills is very important, not only to filter information in our life, but also to help students in their academic life. This is also true with the students in EFL learning context. So many teachers now implement the teaching techniques that can help students develop their critical thinking skills. For example, problem-based learning activities, collaboration-based learning, and cooperative learning. This is also the same with our institution, where the lecturers implemented problem-based learning in the teaching of academic writing and advanced writing to help their students to analyze an issue and develop their critical thinking skills. This study tried to reveal students' and teachers' perception on the implementation of PBL in advanced writing course, particularly on the challenges that they face during the teaching and learning process. The study utilized interview guideline and documentation. The subjects were 6 students and 2 teachers in the English department of FKIP Universitas Lambung Mangkurat. Here are the findings on the interview to the students. The first is on the question, do you think the problems are easy, average, or difficult? So from the findings, we can see that all subjects mentioned that the issues or the problems are easy, except one issue that is about wetland function diversion. The subject explained that this issue is not quite familiar for them, so they need extra time to read the sources to understand the issue. The next question is about which stage of the group work that they think is challenging and why. So 3 subjects mentioned that proposing solution is challenging for them because they need to understand each consequences of each solution before they can recommend the solution to the readers. While 2 subjects mentioned that analyzing cause effect is difficult for them because they need to understand the issue first, which means that they need to read the source, the good ones, to understand the issue. The third question is whether they enjoy solving problems in group or not, and why. As we see here, 5 subjects mentioned that they enjoy working in groups because they can help each other to understand the issue, which can improve their own knowledge. While 1 subject mentioned that she actually preferred to work alone because it is time efficient. And the fourth question is whether there is any trouble that they face during the group works or not. And 2 subjects mentioned that they had trouble with the internet connection, while the other subject mentioned that they had a little bit trouble in making agreement on which solutions to propose. While the other group, one group mentioned that the problem is with reading sources because some members in their group cannot find the right sources to read, so the other members need to take over the task. The fifth question is about the time allocation for exploring the literature and sharing ideas. As we can see here, that 3 subjects mentioned that the time is limited. So meaning that the time is not quite enough, but they give explanation because they are allowed to mix bahasa Inggris in bahasa Indonesia, so they can finally discuss within the limited time. And the 6th question is for the subjects who mentioned about disagreement in their group. We asked them how did they handle it. So the subjects explained that one way they used to handle is by discussing about the cause and effect once again, yes, so they can find the most suitable solution. While the other subject explained that they use a kind of question and answer when they have a solution, whether it is feasible or not. If they cannot find the answer, meaning that it is not feasible, they will cross the solution and then move to the next solution. This is the findings on the interview to the teachers. We asked them whether there is any trouble that they face during the implementation or not. So the teachers explained that monitoring the groups is challenging because she needs to enter the breakout room one by one and hoping that each group continues the discussion once she left the room. And the teacher also noticed that a few students had trouble with the unsteady internet connection. So this quite a little bit annoying for the group. The next question is about how did the teachers group the students? Was it difficult or not? And based on the teacher's answer, we can see that they group the students based on their ability in writing from the scores in their previous writing course. So they group the students consisting of the high, medium, and low achievers. But the teachers also explain that the medium level students is more dominant, so that's why they cannot have the balance distribution of the members. The third question is about how did you decide the issues to be discussed in the PBL groups? Was it challenging for you? So here the teachers explain that they use factual issues that happen in the society. They hope that these issues will be familiar for the students so they are motivated to work. But the teacher also mentioned that later on they found out that one topic is challenging because the students are not quite familiar with this. So we can highlight from the findings that from the difficulty level of the issues that are proposed in the class are quite easy, except one, because the students think that it is not quite familiar, even though the teachers had selected factual issues in the society. So studies recommend to use factual and unsolved issues to help learners to develop their higher order thinking skills. In the group management, the subjects shared responsibility, which made the comprehension better. They also settled disagreement by using question and answer and referring to the sources to clarify things. And the groups is also consisted of high, medium, and low achievers. This is in line with the studies who suggest that group formation should consider task division and heterogeneity. In time allotment, it is found that majority of the subjects stated that the time is limited. Well, studies show that group works need sufficient time depending on the task level of difficulty and the mode of learning. And the last is about technical issues, where the subjects mentioned unsteady internet connection made the discussion not effective. This finding is similar with previous research showing that internet connection is one of influential factor in online classes. Based on the finding, the study concludes that the implementation of problem-based learning in EFL online writing classrooms face several challenges both for the learners and the teachers, dealing with the difficulty level of the issue, group management, time allotment, and technical issue. These findings suggest careful preparation before applying PBL. Teachers need to select the issues considering students' characteristics, pay attention to the group dynamics, and provide sufficient time allocation for them to construct knowledge and propose solutions. Thank you for your attention.